Blessings, friends. It's Maia here with an astro update. Today, May 16th, we have a new moon in the practical, down-to-earth, determined, and resourceful sign of Taurus at 26 degrees. Those of you who have planets in the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or planetary placements around 26 degrees will likely feel the effects of this new moon the most. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are coupled together in the sky, creating a time for seed planting, manifestation, and new beginnings. Taurus represents themes of income, saving, earning, spending, money, how one makes money, personal resources, agriculture, land, beauty, values, material possessions, self-worth, and self-esteem. We may see such themes highlighted individually in our life and or globally at this time. On a positive level, this lunation can be determined, sensual, loyal, patient, hardworking, and practical. On a challenging level, this lunation can be stubborn, passive-aggressive, self-indulgent, and materialistic. The ruler of this lunation is Venus, the planet of love, beauty, money, and relationships. Venus in Gemini is in a mutual reception with Mercury in Taurus at this time, showcasing they are exchanging information with ease and flow in regards to social, communicative beauty, and stability. We have Mercury, the planet of communication and information, conjunct this new moon, meaning it could be a great time with lots of shared news coming through, especially as it's following a recent Mercury cazimi from May 14th. Many of us may have gotten some news or information that has been enlightening or illuminating like the sun. This Taurus new moon is one of the best astrological transits during May. It's a great time to build something new with stability. We also have Pluto trining this lunation, showing an ease of transformation, adding to these new beginnings. Yet we do have a conjunction with the fixed star Algol. Algol is associated with one losing their head. This can be taken literally or figuratively. Thus, be mindful with staying grounded, as others or yourself can be slightly on edge. Take on practices that move you into your body, such as noticing the five senses, to ground back into the now. Those of you who have planets or placements around 23 to 29 degrees of Taurus, it's advised to be more cautious and mindful of your inner and outer world at this time. We will have one of the hardest astrological aspects of May occurring later this month. This will be a Mars, the planet of action and warrior-like energy, squaring Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth. This could bring challenges and tensions to the surface that need to be faced. Yet with all this information, take advantage of the lovely new moon in Taurus we have happening at this time. Get your beginnings underway, as it's a great time for manifesting and planting seeds. Seeds that are waiting to bloom come the full moon in Taurus 6 months down the line. What area of life will this new moon be happening for you based upon your rising sign? For Taurus rising, this new moon is happening in your first house. This could be stable, new beginnings having to do with yourself, your identity, outward appearance, physical body, and new endeavors. For Gemini rising, this new moon will be happening in your 12th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with the unseen realms, spirituality, dreams, self-undoings, bad habits, jails and hospitals, but as well as retreats, arts, and music. For Cancer rising, this new moon will be happening in your 11th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with large groups of people, friendships, organizations, networks, networking, progressive ideas, as well as future hopes and wishes. For Leo rising, this new moon will be happening in your 10th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with your career, public image, place in the world, status, authority, leadership, achievement, and notoriety. For Virgo rising, this new moon will be happening in your 9th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with long-distance travel, higher learning, government institutions, publishing and teaching, pilgrimages, and gurus. For Libra rising, this new moon will be happening in your 8th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with shared money, shared resources, investments, inheritances, taxes, loans, the occult, psychology, as well as intimacy and deep bonds. For Scorpio rising, this new moon will be happening in your 7th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with personal relationships, business relationships, marriages, contracts, negotiations, agreements, and legal documents. For Sagittarius rising, this new moon will be happening in your 6th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with your health, diet, exercise, daily routine, work, employment, co-workers, organization, as well as small pets and animals. For Capricorn rising, this new moon will be happening in your 5th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with your creativity, self-expression, dating, romance, children, joy, hobbies, entertainment, as well as small businesses. For Aquarius rising, this new moon will be happening in your 4th house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with your home life, family life, property, real estate, inner security, emotional safety, as well as ancestral roots and tradition. For Pisces rising, this new moon will be happening in your 3rd house. This could bring stable new beginnings having to do with your community, local travel, transportation, vehicles, local neighborhood, short-form learning and writing projects, as well as extended family and siblings. For Aries rising, this new moon will be happening in your 2nd house. This could be stable new beginnings having to do with how you make money, saving, earning, and spending habits, physical material possessions, personal resources, as well as foods you eat or put into your mouth, and self-esteem and self-worth. New moon and Taurus blessings to you all.